If you never stepped out of your comfort zone, will you ever truly know who you really are? 37 cities, 9 countries, in 1 year. My name is Patricia. I'm going to be talking about all the universal wisdom that I've gained. I'm going to get into what I found about the truth of chasing freedom, money and budgeting, hookups. So let's get into it. Money and budgeting. Now, this is a very big topic. When people go up to me and say, Patricia, I really want to travel. And I'm like, okay, bet, let's go. They're always like, nah, but I'm broke. Man, if there's a will, there's a way. I learned that from two shrimps.
There's no such thing as free will.
It always comes down to the matter of how much you truly want something and what you're willing to sacrifice. When I first committed to this dream, I was working a full-time job. I was renting my place, paying for utilities, gas, groceries. I was barely making it back. I realized I need to make changes. So I quit my 9 to 5 and I started taking side hustles. I started working in a camp. This was a really smart move. I got accommodation. I got fed 3 meals a day. And I was being paid for working. In my spare time, even though it was very long shifts, I would budget and plan my trips. When I left the camp, my friend Sebastian and we saved around 10K. These are my morals and values on money. Money comes and goes, time doesn't. And definitely spend on experiences. For example, if you're in Italy, buy the pizza. It would be a waste not to have that once in a lifetime experience. And a pizza in Italy, this is one in a lifetime experience. This is also a little life hack on money. Before you travel, learn or get something you can sell. So for example, I met this lady who carried a book of stickers around. Each hostel she would try and sell it. And this is my personal life hack. I learned how to palm read a couple years back, but I just got really good at it. So I charge people $20 per palm reading. I make money where I go. That's a little life hack. You can take that from me. So this is a small topic, health. With your health, you are bound to get sick. That's a bound thing when traveling. Take care of yourself. This is a hack. Take vitamins. Your health is your number one priority. I went to the emergency room 3 times. That is a story for another time. Imagine you're in a beautiful place, but you got some flu and you're spending the whole time in bed. All you really have is your health. It's pretty straightforward. If you are taking every drug in the world and drinking every day, you're probably not gonna feel the best. My advice to that is Gatorade and use protection. Next topic, travel partners. Everyone talks about trip didn't make it out the group chat and shit. But the real concern should be the group chat. The people you travel with can decide how the trip is gonna go. If you travel with someone who complains a lot, you're probably gonna get crazy. If you travel with someone that can't be independent, then you're probably gonna end up taking care of them the whole time. If you travel with someone who secretly hates you deep down inside, they're probably gonna push you off a boat. It is really important to travel with someone that has the same morals as you and wants to do the same things you want to do. I was really lucky with my friend Sebastian. He was so chill with what I wanted to do. He mostly wanted to see the tourist sites, which is respectable, but I wanted to see the abandoned places, the graffiti spots, and the ghost spots. And so we accommodated to each other and we made it a split, doing what he wanted to do, what I wanted to do. And he was just really chill with it. That's why I'm really lucky. I know he probably got sick of me at one point. This is Sebastian.
Hello.
Did you get tired of me in the 3 months?
Not tired exactly, but I mean, we did have our differences, but I'm not the kind of person to get bothered by the little stuff. So, in reality, no. Not really, no.
But deep down inside in your heart, you wanted to scream.
Maybe in a few moments, not really. I would go on a trip again with you.
If you are already sick of this person before the trip, imagine a 3-month sleepover with them. You gotta pick your people wisely because they're gonna be your basis and your family for a while. Okay, let's talk about meeting people, hostels, and language barrier. So if you are very shy and very introverted and you find meeting people scary, traveling is just right for you. Best advice that I've ever gotten from an ex is to drop down right away into tilted towers so you can learn from experience. No way, I just quoted Fortnite. You know what I mean? In order to gain experience, you just gotta get dropped right in the middle of the most busiest situation so you just learn from experience. You are forced into very intimate social situations. With hostels, you share where you sleep, you share where you eat, where you go to the washroom. You are in a very intimate spot with strangers. You can hear them snore, cry, fart, whatever they do alone. You are forced to socially interact and you will get socially skilled because of it. And it's really easy to make friends too. In hostels, you get very like-minded people. Everyone's in the same situation as you. Everyone wants to make friends. Like, no one's really judging. If you have the most cringiest and awkward encounter, just know you're not gonna be there forever. My honest advice with making friends is to be genuinely curious about them. Like, you're gonna meet so much cool people out there, especially like learning how different locals live and how similar you guys are. Like, people are so different, yet we're so similar in some way. The most weirdest thing, I don't know if I should say this, what is universal is kind of like racism. They're like, oh, you're Asian, Bingchi, you're German, well, hell, I can't say it. Please don't cancel me. Get racism and prejudice to bring people together, not apart. I'm gonna get cancelled right away. With language barrier, I actually wrote something about it. I'd like to introduce my journal. For people who've watched Modern Family, this is like Phil's
Philosophy, a hardbound collection of all the life lessons I've learned, such as always look people in the eye, even if they're blind. Just say, I'm looking you in the eye.
Watch the sunrise at least once a day. Older black ladies make the best iced tea.
Marry someone who looks sexy while disappointed.
See?
Basically, it is the most wisest things and the most dumbest shit ever. Let me read to you what I wrote about language barrier. Language is just a bunch of random noises that different people make to understand each other. Communication is important when understanding other humans. That's why I love clubbing. I get to speak through dancing and speak with my body. You can do that with sex too, but you can't fuck everyone you want to talk to. That's what I wrote about language barrier. But to be honest, everyone really speaks English if you stay like in the tourist spots. If you're going to more local spots, like try to learn the language a little bit. Like, why not? It's a fun challenge. It's good to learn. Your phone's always in your pocket and Google Translate's gonna be your best friend. I did get screamed at once for not knowing French, but yeah, that was it. I did pick up a lot of Italian. Also, avere una bere. Talking about Italians, let's talk about the juicy part, hookups and relationships. But first of all, I must say Italy has the best views, and I am not just talking about the buildings and monuments. Anyways, this is especially with long-term traveling, you know. With relationships, if you are in one, I just don't know how that's gonna work out. You're gonna need a lot of like self-control. Either bring them or leave. And with starting relationships when traveling, my advice is don't. Unless they're like dropping everything and like coming with you. Unless you meet the love of your life, I wouldn't recommend it. Now let's talk about hookups. In hostels and when people are traveling, I don't know what it is that's in the air. I mean, everyone wants to have fun. They're out of their country, no responsibilities and all that. Of course, everyone is looking to hook up. The dog in them just comes out. Yeah, hookup culture is a big thing when you're traveling. And my advice on that is learn when you don't want something. You know, you don't have to like do it with everyone that gives you the certain look. Besides that, go for it. Like, work your game. Learn how to pick up guys, girls, both, you know. You can try anything when you're out in the world. You don't really have nothing to lose. I mean, you do, but like, just be respectful, learn when to say no, and please use protection. So this is one of the best nights I had. It was in Barcelona. I left the club with a fine Brazilian man.
We're not making it right. It's from Japan. Racist motherfucker.
We laughed and talked all night on the beach until the sun rose. We never saw each other again after that. You're gonna learn that people are constantly coming and going, and you have to learn with being fine with creating like the most deepest and genuine connections and having them leave. But once you've truly learned with being okay with the absence and presence of anyone in your life, you will gain so much power. It truly is the art of letting go, and that's one of the important lessons in travel. To learn to let go. I'm gonna talk about the mindset of traveling. The power of letting go goes beyond than just people. Beyond people, you have to let go of comfort. When long-term traveling, you need to channel your curiosity and have it greater than your need for comfort. And I've realized a lot of people don't want to let go of like being wrapped up in a blanket and having like tea and watching Netflix. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to realize you will never truly grow in comfort. You have to step out of that in order to be better, in order to grow. Once you experience that discomfort and put yourself there, that's where you begin to grow. If you are afraid to let go of comfort, let me ask you something. What parts of yourself are you holding on to that might be limiting your ability to fully experience your full potential? Is it worth it? Now back to the topic of letting go. One of the other things to let go of is the need of control. This is a big one. Once you're out there, you will realize how unpredictable, how chaotic the world is. No matter how hard you will try to control it, you will realize that nothing in your life is in your control. And I don't want to like promote traveling without giving you the raw reality. Like, I would be lying if I said traveling is just making friends and seeing pretty things. Nah. I mean, you can completely lose your possessions, all your money. You must learn how to handle that uncertainty. You must strengthen your intuition, be confident in your gut. Because that is a tool everyone has within themselves, and it'll make yourself a stronger individual. And this is way beyond just traveling. It's like dancing with life and surrendering to it, you know? And there's bound to be obstacles. What is an adventure without obstacles? Another important thing I learned with long-term traveling is being present. I feel like I suffer from disassociation a lot. It's like I'm just watching my life through like a screen or a movie and I'm not like really there. That really sucks when like you've put so much effort to physically be somewhere but your mind is just not there and you kind of just miss everything. Imagine this. You wake up in a new city every week, you meet people, you party, you see beautiful sights. Sounds awesome, right? Now, a good friend of mine, Aristotle, once said, virtue is the mean of two vices, one of excess and the other one of deficiency. He's basically saying, when you do too much things over and over again, it won't hit as hard. Like a lot of things. I know that sounds crazy, like I'm complaining. Oh my god, like I'm just partying and seeing cities. I personally got stuck in a cycle. And I could say like it's really easy to get lost in all the sound. When you're in constant motion of living one crazy day and waking up another crazy day over and over again, it's hard to process every single moment. It's like that song, I took a pill and Ibiza.
To show Avicii I was cool. And when I finally got sober, felt 10 years older, but fuck it, it was something to do.
So it's really easy to lose your way. I set out on this trip to find out if there's more to life than just go the average cycle and shit. That was my purpose of the trip. That relates to having purpose when traveling. And now that brings me to the big point, the truth of chasing freedom. Freedom has played a very complicated role in my life. I could say I've always been searching for it. My curfew used to be like 6 when sun was down, and I guess it all started when I wanted more. I started like rebelling, so I wanted more. Of course, there's more to this than just wanting freedom. When I was 16, I left my home and I started a new life in a different city. Now, this is like a more intense freedom. I still wanted more than that. So I started going on spontaneous trips because I realized it was the only time I really felt alive, where I could like truly escape. And after a whole year, 9 countries, and 37 cities, I don't think I got what I was looking for. Many people like me chase freedom, thinking it's about having no attachment. Personally, when I think of freedom, I imagine myself riding a Cadillac into the sunset.
I wanna just live inside my Cadillac. That is my shit.
But I can say this from personal experience. You can go anywhere in the world. You can live anywhere in the world. You can easily drop everything and escape your life, but you will never escape yourself. No matter how far you go, you will carry around what's in your head, your fears, your expectations, your pressures. You can only run for so long, but freedom goes deeper than running away from something. It's about running towards something deeper. Yeah. Listen to this, okay? True freedom, it is found in the ability to truly embrace your reality without needing it to be anything than what it is. Listen to that again. True freedom is found in the ability to embrace your reality without needing it to be anything from what it is. Yes, go out into the world, find purpose, what you are looking for, but gaining true freedom, it will never be a place you can go to. When people travel, of course they want to imagine a beach with a mojito, with a coconut in your hand, but now you have to lock away everything you're struggling with. True freedom is when you truly have no more fucks. Yeah, no more fucks. That's what it is. And these are really important lessons and morals that applies so much deeper than just long-term traveling. It will get you a little bit ahead in dealing with life. If you fuck with it, you fuck with it. Just subscribe and have a good one.